say anything prior.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. All right, 6 o'clock. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Policy meeting to order. First up, we have consent agenda. Did anybody on the council have any questions or comments on the consent agenda? I just have one minor housekeeping thing. I noticed on the very last page of appropriation ordinance 1024, which is probably in there more than this, but bear is BAEHR. When they give money, I feel like they should. Yes. Proper spelling. That's all I saw in there. Anybody else have anything?
I don't. Oh, yeah. Leanne,
No, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented and authorize the mayor to sign.
A second.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes. Aye. Shield.
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we have comments from the public. Elena, no, just observing. Okay. All right, new business. First, personnel policy updates. This is the grand finale, right? It's finished.
It's finished.
Yeah.
It's finished for, a week or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully for a while.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jessica.
So the City of Paola Employee Personnel Manual sets out policies and procedures for all staff. And although the personnel manual has had multiple updates over the years, staff has decided to prioritize the time to go through the entire manual from front to back, make suggested policy changes. And after 3 months, we have a resolution attached with all of our updates that staff recommends approving.
You ladies did a lot of work on this.
Yes.
Good work.
They did a great job.
Anybody have any further questions on these? If not, is there a motion?
I move to approve resolution number 2024-004, amending the City of Paola Employee Personnel Manual.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes.
Aye.
Shield.
Aye.
Okay, motion passed. Thank you. The bid award for 115 West Wea.
Yes, so, bear with me, this is gonna be pretty long, so we have a lot of ground to cover. So I know we are all aware of the dangerous history that building has had over the years. The most recent, attempt for the city council to try to correct that, we started in March of 2023, which that is the date of the city council starting the official dangerous structure process. In May of 2023, the city council deemed the property unsafe. And it gave the owners time to either repair or demolish it. If we remember, the owners decided not to do either of those. So through multiple council discussions, the council decided that it would be best if we repaired the structure rather than tear it down due to putting it on the tax rolls. And we don't want an empty hole in our square. And it would also, if we tore it down, it would be almost more money due to the fact that they would have to put structural beams to stabilize both buildings next door. So it came with a lot more nuances. So in August of 2023, the city council accepted the deed from the owners because we had to take possession of the building in order to repair it. So the owners decided to deed us the building. In order to record the deed, the city council approved paying the back taxes. The total of the back taxes was $13,965.15. So that is what we had to do to get to this point today. So after that, I engaged with Rick Zinray Associates to work on, he's an architect, to work on plans, and he worked with Norton and Schmidt Consulting Engineers, who did all of the structural calculations and designs for the proposed renovations for 115 West Wea. The invitation to bid was sent out to 20 contractors and published in the Miami County Republic and on the city website on March 26, 2024. The pre-bid meeting was held on April 8th and formal bids were due on April 26th. The city received one bid from Legacy Contractors. The total base bid received for all the work that was a part of the project plans was originally $398,000. The city's available budget that we had allocated for this project was $350,000. Therefore, Legacy Contractors provided 10 options for us to consider that would help reduce the overall budget of the project. Based on a meeting that I had with Rick Zingray, Legacy Contractors, and the council work study session, we took all this into consideration and were able to get the final contract amount down to $358,000, $356,096. Attached is a letter from Rick Zingray, who's the architect. He goes over essentially what I just told you, the bidding process, what we received, and also the available budget and the what we were able to reduce it to, as well as his recommendation of going with Legacy Contractors. Also attached is the bid tabulation and the notice to award that has all of the deductions that were discussed and the final contract amount. Therefore, staff and Zingray recommends to award the contract to Legacy Contractors for the 115 West Via Rehabilitation and Modernization Project based on the negotiated price of $350,696.04. Any questions?
Is there a time frame on this to get it done?
On the project itself?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
okay.
We don't have an exact deadline we need to have it done, no. I do know he plans on having it done as quick as possible.
Yeah.
He is busy and has a lot of bigger contracts lined up, so this is honestly small potatoes compared to what he has going on, so.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad we're getting it done.
I'm so
Yes.
excited to see the front face of it more than anything, because that's what people are gonna really notice. They're not gonna go in and see.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be beautiful, I think.
Well, how long's that one empty lot been on the square? How that building burned, God, 35 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
So we're coders left.
Yeah, it was right
Yeah.
there. I mean, so, yeah, it's
Around
extremely tough to
1980.
put something back in. There really is.
Especially in the middle of a walk.
Yeah, and it would be, I mean, I think the only thing that municipalities do now that is possible is like pocket parks for things like
Yeah.
that. But with it being off the square is so small, that's even hard to do that with. Like, it's very narrow. It's long, but it's a narrow building.
It
So,
would have been an expensive pocket.
yeah, very expensive.
And the upkeep.
Yeah,
Yes,
City to deal with.
absolutely.
yeah, well, not ideal. This is a long time coming to have something done finally.
Yes.
And I do, the letter from the architect, it was not, we know, we've worked with Legacy so many times that we know he does good work,
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's nice to hear it from others in the field as well.
absolutely. I think, the fact that he was willing to go back and modify his bid and give us options just proved that he's great to work.
Yeah.
Love his integrity.
Yes, yes.
Are there any other questions or comments? If not, is there a motion?
I move to recommend award the contract to Legacy Contractors based on Rick Singer's recommendation as well for 115 West Via Rehabilitation and Modernization Project based on the negotiated price of $350,696.04 and authorize the necessary signatures.
I second.
McMahon.
Aye.
Hayes.
Aye.
Shield.
Aye.
All right, motion passed. Thank you. I don't know when that started, but it's been a long process.
It's been, gosh, baking for 10 years, 15 years.
Long time.
When I started downstairs administrative assistant, I remember writing danger structure letters and that was 2017.
I'm like, it was a long time ago.
So
I know.
I'm sure there was some before that too.
Yeah. All right, next, municipal court fee increase, charter ordinance number 21.
Yes, ma'am. So as we discussed at work study, the 2024 increase in the daily jail fee for Miami County went from $40 to $95.17, and it had a significant impact on our court fund. The current Paola municipal court fee is $60, and it was set in 2005 when the last increase was from 50 to 60. Out of our established $60, $23.50 is issued to the state of Kansas. So we don't see the $23.50 that automatically goes away. In order to help offset some jail fees, staff is requesting an increase in the court costs. Chief Corbin has researched other Kansas municipality court fees with similar populations, with the lowest fee being Lewisburg at $48 and the highest being Mays, Kansas at $110. The 2023 court cost revenue generated on a base off 577 cases was $34,620. After deducting the required $23.50 per case to the state of Kansas, the court net revenue was $21,060.50. As discussed at work study, the fee that was thrown around was $90, so that's what I based the next estimate off of. So therefore, with the estimate of $90 and basing it off of the 2023 amount of court cases, the 577 would bring a net revenue of $38,370.50. This will be a charter ordinance if it is modified. So, Mayor House, you are allowed to vote. And Chief Corbin's here if you have any questions.
Does this take effect as soon as we vote for it?
There's a 60-day waiting period, so after the second publication, there's 60 days in case someone wants to submit a petition, and then on the 61st day is when that becomes.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
I think July is the earliest,
It was the very end of June, like the 29th.
Yeah. so.
Thanks for all the research on the other, it's always nice to know what others are doing, not that we have to necessarily always follow it, but it's nice to have some basis. I know that takes some time.
There's no other questions, Mayor. I'll make a motion to adopt charter ordinance number 21, increasing the city of Paola's municipal court costs from $60 to $90.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes, House,
Aye.
Shields,
Aye.
All right, thank you. Next, the mural design.
Yes, ma'am. So, at its meeting on March 12th, this Paola City Council approved ordinance, 3221, amending the mural regulations. And this designated the Paola Convention and Tourism Committee as the official review board, although the city council does still get final decision on the final design. So this is what we are bringing to you today. The Paola Convention and Tourism Committee has done all the legwork as, to apply for the Kansas Office of Rural Prosperity Grant to do a cost share for the mural. So they have done all that legwork, they have an artist, and they have both proposed design for you, which is all attached to the copy that you have right now. So it is a 25 by 13 foot design. Welcome to Paola, established in 1855 with some beautiful flowers and a butterfly. So if there are no concerns, we can entertain a motion to accept the final mural design.
I move to approve the proposed final mural design.
I'll second that motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes, Shields,
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you and thank you.
And,
Thanks to Rusty Walters for putting up the second.
and good job, Mayor House, she did a lot of legwork with the tourism on that, so.
It was fun. I learned a lot. Never have I dealt with murals before.
It was a first for all of us.
Glad it's done.
All right. Next, the high hazard potential dam rehabilitation cost share assistance agreement authorization.
Yes, ma'am. So the dam issue is not a secret. We've been working on it for, it feels like 10 years, but
It might actually have been.
yeah, so it's been a long time coming. The city of Paola has been working with Call Valley Engineers on the rehabilitation project. The project was ready to go out for bids in December of 2023, but the decision was made to pull the bid. This was due to our Public Works Director, Kirk Reese, coming across the Kansas Department of Agriculture Division of Conservation. The High Hazard Potential Dam Program and it's a $500,000 cost share assistance. So therefore, Kirk has been working with Call Valley Engineers and got the grant submitted. And we were awarded the grant on April 16th, 2024. So therefore, in order to be able to move forward, I would need to authorize signatures to get all of the grant agreements in place, because they make us have that before they authorize us to proceed with any construction. So that is what I'm requesting today. The Lake Myola Dam will be paid utilizing the half-cent general sales tax. But that is all I have.
I was thinking, because of this, then the sting of using ARPA funds for a building that we didn't plan on, it makes it a little less hurtful.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
good job, Kirk.
He did a great job.
Any questions or comments on that?
No, I'll go ahead and make the motion, but before I do, this stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum. I mean, staff's gotta work hard, gotta have support from the city manager and everybody else. And, one thing that, I kind of wanted the city to look at was, you know, let's start going after some grants. And I'm extremely pleased. And with that, Mayor, I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept the award and the amount of $500,000 and authorize the necessary signatures to execute the high hazard potential dam rehabilitation cost share assistance. That's a mouthful.
That's why I write it down for you.
I second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes. Shields.
Aye.
All right, thank you.
Congratulations, Kurt.
Yes.
Yeah, you did a good job.
More good news. Safe streets and roads for all agreement authorizations, KDOT and FHWA.
Yes, so, as I have announced previously, this vehicle applied for the 2023 Safe Streets for All planning demonstration grant, and we were awarded that. We got 120,000 from the federal government, and we have 22,500 from the KDOT, and our portion will be $7,500. Very similar to the dam, in order for me to move forward to present consultants to you guys, I would need to have those executed. So if I also suggest that the motions be separate, considering they're two separate entities, that would just keep it cleaner. So that is all I have. The remaining, our portion we pay out of the street CIP fund, so.
All right, any questions on that? If not, is there a motion?
You want to have two separate motions?
Yes.
Okay. I move to accept the award from KDOT in the amount of $22,500 to authorize the necessary signatures to execute the award grant agreement.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, thank you. And for the next motion?
I'll move to accept the award from FHWA in the amount of $120,000 and authorize the necessary signatures to execute the award grant agreement.
I'll second that.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes.
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, motion passed, thank you.
The good thing about these grants is once you get on the radar for all these people, they all talk to each other and it just snowballs. It really,
Yeah.
really does. Yeah, this is, I mean, people don't realize that how much a successful grant done. Then everybody looks at it and they're like, well, Paola will get it done. And that makes it so much easier. So anyway, congratulations on the grants.
You'll have to look for some more.
All right, staff reports. Vicky, do you have anything?
I have nothing. This is probably my last
swan
rodeo
song?
here. Yeah, this is probably the swan song. So,
I will be
miss
missed.
everybody. I will miss everybody. It's, I have some great apprehension. I have some excitement.
Yeah.
So.
Good.
But I'm leaving it in good hands.
That's good.
We have great staff, we have good employees. So,
Well, thanks for all you've done for all of us.
Yes.
City and personally.
thank you.
Chief?
Nope.
Nothing? Sure.
The, Weir Creek project, you told them about the
Yes.
$600,000 price tag on it. I've been working with that engineer a little bit to see about if we could move the water line to the other side of the road. And he's kind of come up with some numbers of maybe about $300,000 for that. So we're exploring that as maybe an alternative to save some money on that too. So
And when was that? When, was it July that we might hear about? I'm getting all my grant deadlines and stuff mixed
the
up.
appropriation,
The appropriation, they typically meet in August, but
August.
with it being the government, you never know. So
Yeah.
we said, hopefully August. Okay.
Okay, yeah. I think July is the, year old grant.
I think so too.
Yeah.
we're on a time
Mm-hmm.
crunch there, but we're looking at that. And I've got locates called in to see what other stuff is in the way over there, but it's looking like it's an option. And the asphalt crew should be back in town this week, to finish up what they've got left to do. And, I'm exploring some options about trying to lay some more asphalt out the lake, because that road gets pretty bad. So, yeah.
All right, thanks, Kirk. Jessica?
There is a planning commission meeting next week. There's a few agenda items. And then, we are scheduling some building inspector interviews coming up, so still hiring for a bunch of other positions. Yeah, we have done one administrative assistant interview, and then we have a couple more lined up for next week, so. Yeah.
Good. Wendy?
A reminder of the chamber coffee this Friday at the Field Community Center at 9 o'clock. You guys are available. And then, just to put it out there again, we are finalists for the Adopt Wi-Fi grant as well. I sat in on a meeting with the Kansas Department of Broadband and Mo Candile and Jennifer Craig, and we went over, they just pretty much, ask you questions off the grant application. What's the need? Is it really a need? And so, the feedback we got from the committee was they were very pleased with our enthusiasm for the project. So they could tell, please come. So, we are excited. Hopefully we'll hear from that soon, so that you guys know. So,
Nothing? Nothing? I always tell people it's amazing what we get done with the staff that we have. Cause I feel like you guys get 20 people's worth of work done.
Thanks.
You're welcome. We like that. All right. Jerry, you have anything?
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. And again, I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of this statement, as much as I can until I get shut down. The very first meeting in January, our city manager said, and said, you know what, I'm tired of being reactive and I want to be proactive. And, so ever since that was said and done, I started writing down the stuff that's been tackled, and I started writing down the projects that we're doing. And it's getting to be a very, very impressive list. And that stuff does not happen in a vacuum by any stretch of the imagination. But I see grants being got. I see stuff that's probably should have been done years ago being done now. And it's a tribute to the council for the support. It's a tribute to the city manager for leadership. And it's a tribute to staff. And I'm not just saying that because everybody's sent over here. I have sat there and I have talked to residents over and over again about this. And I got a compliment from a past city employee walking by my house. And I won't mention his name, I probably gave enough clues. He says, you know what? He goes, everybody's talking about this council and everybody's talking about the city staff being can-do and getting stuff done. And he goes, don't think for once that it doesn't go unnoticed when it was all said and done. So it's nice in this business to get a pat on the back because there's not a whole lot of them rolling around by stretch of imagination. So with that, one more thing, good news again. What happened to our sales tax? It seemed like it just skyrocketed. For some reason, I'm looking at it, I'm going like, gosh darn it. I mean, I thought to myself, man, the goose that laid the golden egg. But
Don't jinx it.
I mean, you guys did the sales tax stuff? So I am amazed, totally amazed at that. So it's not because of me. I'm just buying groceries. So I'll turn it over to you.
I don't have anything. Thank you for everything.
Vicky, we're gonna miss you.
Yes.
Thank you a lot.
I'm just excited about the streets getting paved. Whitberry in particular.
Don't wear it out. Save it for something.
All right, and then I have some reappointments. Since they're reappointments, we just did them all as one motion, two different motions for two different boards, but they're all already serving, so I think that's a compliment to the groups that we have in place right now. Nobody's itching to leave. So the first one, consider the reappointment of Scott Chappelle, Rick Schoenberger, and Bart Dillbeck to the Convention and Tourism Board. And I have had these people meeting way more often than they were, and they're still on board, so that was good news.
Excited.
Is there a motion for those?
I'll make a motion to reappoint Scott Chappelle, Rick Schoenberger, and Barb Dillbeck to the Convention and Tourism Board. Hopefully I got their names right. I know I'm on camera.
I'll second this motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes,
Aye.
Shields,
Aye.
Thank you. And then,
I move to appoint Andy Parks, Christy Mauer, Jenna Dees, and John McLean to the Planning Commission.
I'll second her motion.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes, Shields,
Aye.
all right, thank you. We have some good groups in place that are serving, volunteering their time. Just a couple little shout outs. So I don't do this, Artie was so good about doing this, and I haven't been very good about doing it. So the Kansas Association of Ag Educators just named Jeff Hines Administrator of the Year. He's at the high school. And ag is a big thing in our area, so I thought that was pretty cool. And then robotics just got back from nationals. I don't think they've been in 10 years, so they're pretty excited about that. So just wanted to give a little bit of recognition to that group and that administrator that we have. So we have good people at the schools. My brother-in-law got his head bedazzled yesterday for a fundraiser for one of the students. Yeah,
That was nice.
Bedazzled.
yeah, there's a student at the high school, he's a senior, that he just got diagnosed with cancer. But they raised $500. There's 4 bald teachers that got jewels stuck all over their head. And my brother-in-law
Corbin should have shown up for that one.
Yeah, there's a video out there. All right, if nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
McMahon,
Aye.
Hayes,
Aye.
Shields.
Aye.
All right, meeting adjourned.